Silver currently has a good chance for a positive price development. In this video, we will tell you why that might be and how exactly this might play out in the market. Hello and welcome to another video here at Bloomberg Capital. My name is Henrik, and in today's video we want to talk about silver. And that's because silver is actually looking pretty promising at the moment. And one reason for that is the possible inflation wave that might hit the dollar very soon. If you're curious to find more about that, we actually made some videos on that. So you could go to our channel and look at our last two videos. But basically what it boils down to is that in the next coming months or years, the dollar might lose a lot of its value, which might lead to a lot of money actually being exchanged into precious metals. Now, most people here focus on gold, but silver as another precious metal will most likely see a very similar price development, maybe even a more bullish one. That is because gold is actually already quite expensive. Now, if you trade gold through paper gold or contracts, this might not seem as relevant, but if you're purchasing physical gold, this might be a big factor, because at some point, buying a gold coin or a small gold bar might be too expensive to feasibly do. And if we do get a big rise in the value of gold, even from this point on, at some point, there will be a lot of investors will not be able to realistically buy physical gold. And in that case, a lot of people will switch over to investing in silver where they can buy larger quantities. We should, especially in the later stages of this bullish trend, really have a big effect on silver that might even outperform gold here by quite a bit. But there's even more to silver, because besides just being a precious metal, there's another topic that's very interesting here, and that is solar energy. Because actually, silver is a very important part in the creation of solar panels. And while subsidies for solar in the US may be shrinking and disappearing in the next coming years, the rest of the world is doing quite the opposite here. Especially in Asia, and in that, especially in China, we're seeing large support and expansion in solar energy. And it is projected that in the coming years, solar energy will take up a large chunk of current silver production, which will most likely have a positive effect on silver prices. But let's dive straight into the chart and look at how this might play out. So here we see the price development of the last few months of silver. And to those who watched our video from last month, this may seem very familiar, because we did make a video around this time when price was here. And in this video, we stated that should price manage to stay at this level and consolidate here above this green box, then it is very, very likely that this red scenario will play out. And now exactly this has happened. Price has consolidated around this level. And so this red scenario seems to be the most likely one at the moment. And as you can see here, it is actually a quite bullish one, because we are seeing a large and very strong bullish trend emerging here in the next couple of weeks. And even though for now we might see a small phase of weakness coming to silver, in the future there's most likely a very strong trend coming, which could even take price up to $45 very, very quickly, which from this potential low here would be an increase of 30%. But even above that, over the next few years, should see prices climb higher and higher. So right now is definitely a good chance to still get into the market in this phase to take home these gains here. So how this might play out here is that from now we see that we build a high here actually, from which price should first come down a bit. So we should see price decline back into this green box here. And this green box here is basically our buy zone, where if price enters, it is a very good chance to get in and buy up some silver. Most likely, price will trend back down to this blue trend line and start its rise from there. But as I already said, it is probably not that good of an idea to try to exactly time the perfect low, because you might miss out on all these gains. Because if price gets going and starts to rise, it will probably pick up a lot of momentum very quickly. And with all these gains still to come, you definitely don't need to worry that much about losing a couple of percent here on this entry. And if you want to stay up to date on how silver is performing and where it will go, we're actually regularly making videos about silver on this channel. So if you want to keep informed, consider leaving a subscription to this channel. Or if you want to get even more information or even get in contact with us, you can check out the description down below where you can join our Discord, which is free at the moment. But in general, I hope this video was informative and helpful for your investments into silver. And with that, I wish you a good week, and until next time, here at Bloomberg Capital.